The free use of all courts of record are not of record, those are Nisi Prius courts, is to be granted to the people. And like I said at the very beginning, it says every court of record is the king's court in his right of the crown and dignity, though his subjects have a benefit of it, and therefore no other court has the authority to fine or imprison. And so let's see, right here. The free use of the court, the free use of all courts of record and of not of record is granted to the people. So I actually pulled it out of Tomlin's Law Dictionary, 4th edition, page 320. So, yeah, so like I said, I don't care if you want to consider me a king, because in this country we're considered sovereign, so we're all considered on equal standing as the king. So if you want to call me the king, fine. You want to call me the people, that's fine. You want to call me the subject, that's fine, because the common law court of record is free to the king and his subjects. So call me a subject, I don't care. Call me a king, I don't care. As long as I'm getting in here for free, that's all I care about. I don't care how you define me like that. As long as I'm getting in here for free, that works for me. I'm not paying $350. Because like I said, I sent them a whole bunch of things like that today about, I gotta get that to Angela.
Okay, someone on the chat here is saying that they tried emailing you to the email address we typed into the chat, and it was returned as undeliverable. So would you spell it out for me? Are there 2 T's? It's Karl, KLDIRECT, TV2.
There you go. I just typed it right there.
Okay, so there isn't 2 T's in there. It's only one, so it's not. It's KLDIRECTV 2 at gmail.com. All right.
Right.
So the first one we typed in there is incorrect.
Right. So like I said, I just did a simple letter to the clerk today, and I said I write this for there are many of the land similarly situated who have listened to me a few times, who appear to be truly interested and have told me they are willing to follow along with this case and to witness the results. For I believe I have chosen a simple method to move my case through the court. I have chosen to appear before a federal district court in the capacity of a man aggrieved, making simple wishes and demands to order the restoration of my rights and to seek compensation of the declared wrongs. I said, that being said, I now present to this district court of the United States of Middle Alabama my case. I, a man, wish and respectfully demand of this court to 1, file my suit, 2, to give me a case action number, 3, to deliver and close summonses to the wrongdoers, 4, please time and file stamp my original copies of the suit and mail it back to my address. 5, it is my wish to not be charged a fee, and I do not want to diminish my standing to that of a pauper. I want my standing to remain that of a man aggrieved. I do not believe I have been presented a bill for services rendered. See, they didn't give me a bill. Why should I pay them $350? Nobody gave me a bill. And then I said, I do not believe at this time any officer of this court can claim I owe this court a debt. Why? Because you haven't done anything for me. And then 3, I do believe that this court was created for the use of man and those of mankind to settle contentious matters in a civil manner without a fee. And then I just went on to say, I declare I appear before this court to seek the restoration of my rights that are secured and protected by the United States Constitution. And as all of the officers of this court have bound themselves to the Constitution, I as a man call upon the officers of this court to perform their duties. That being said, if the officer of this court still maintains that I'm in error of my beliefs, I will accept their beliefs. Therefore, I have enclosed the $350 filing fee demanded of me from the clerk of the court. For this matter, and controversy between I and the government of the state of Alabama has gone on for too many years. So please just take the $350 as I need this case to move now. For once this case is settled, everything will be returned. I said, if you wish to allow me to proceed fee-free, please return the $350. And that's the letter I sent to the clerk of the court today. Just basically saying to her, I believe. Now, if you believe I have a false belief, well, then just take the $350 and let's get the show on the road. That's how I worded it to them. And I talked to the head judge. His name was Keith Watkins. He was the very head judge of the federal district court. I went right to the top. As soon as the clerk of the court gave me a little bit of nonsense yesterday, I said, look, I read the United States Supreme Court decisions where somebody said that the clerk of the court would not allow them to file on demand, that the clerk of the court was giving him a hard time to move his case into the court. So the man sued him. It went all the way up to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court said to the man, why did you not go to the head man of that court? Why did you just keep dicking around with the court clerks? If you went to the top man of that court and he did not interfere with your rights, you would have had standing to sue, and we could have gave you $1 million. But since you only dicked around with the subordinate people and you never let the man on top of the court realize that you were filing a claim and your rights were being interfered with, you have no case. So that's what I did yesterday. Oh, I recorded them. Believe me, I videotaped myself talking to them on the phone. So I talked to 2 or 3 clerks of the court, and then I went straight up to the guy who's on, if you go to the Alabama website for the Federal District Court of Middle Alabama, it says Keith Watkins is the head chief magistrate, the head chief judge, the big Article 3 judge. I called up right to his secretary, and I started talking to a lady named Pat for about 20 minutes. And I told him, I said to her last night, I want to tell everybody in the Talkshoe call that you were a really nice lady. So she talked to me for 20 minutes, and she says, you are talking to the head judge right now. I said, yes, I know, ma'am. You're his representative, and whatever I just said to you right now is going to go right to him. She said, yes, correct. So this is an ex parte communication. She said, I'm starting to get uncomfortable with how this is going. So, but she let me talk to her for 20 minutes. I said, that's okay. It's going to be in writing, and you'll have it by Monday. And that's the letter I sent them, that I do not believe that I have to pay the $350 fee, because I don't believe anybody could claim I owe them a debt. I don't think you people have done anything for me yet. And until I've seen something done, why should I pay for my meal until I've ate it, until it's been delivered to me? Why should I pay for something until you've actually done something for me?